Yo, what's going on, guys? Max here with a brand new video, and today we are talking about the 10 best perks that I personally use on all of my characters whenever I'm playing Fallout 76. So to kick it all off, let's go ahead and start with Bandolier. Now, Bandolier makes all of your ammo lighter. Now, there are two different stages of it, and this basically just makes all of your ballistic ammo so much lighter that you don't have to actually worry about carrying a lot on you at one time. I know whenever you're trying to do a lot of loot runs, you always have so much ammo on you just in case you get into any kind of fights with any creatures or players if you're that guy. So for you, this will be perfect if you're carrying 45 ammo or 10mm or anything like that. I don't believe this works for missiles or mini nukes or anything like that, so you are still kind of limited in what you can use it in, but it does make your life so much easier if you're just rocking the fixer. Just need a bunch of 45 ammo just to make it through. Next, we have AMMOSMITH. AMMOSMITH lets you craft a lot more whenever you do actually craft ammo. There are two different stages. The first one, you make 40% more ammo. The second one, you make 80% more. So let's say instead of making 100 rounds, you'll make 140 or 180. So that way you're drastically increasing the amount of ammo you can make with just the same amount of resources. Next, we have Scrounger. Scrounger is perfect for anyone who doesn't want to craft ammo because it's just a headache and they don't want to go through with the time. I completely understand it. It can be super annoying. So with Scrounger, you can find more ammo in containers, and there's three different levels to it. The first one, you can find 40% more. The second one, 60% more. The third one is 80% more. Now, this isn't a guarantee. I forgot to mention that. This means you'll have a 80, 40, or 60% more chance to find more ammo in that container. So it more than likely won't be one single ammo type. You'll just find a bunch of different rounds. You'll have to mix them all together. You can scrap whatever you don't need or just put them in your store to sell. Either way, you're winning and you can't lose on that one. Fourth is my all-time favorite perk card that I use no matter what. No matter what build I ever use, this has to be one I always have, and that is PHARMA. Now, PHARMA means you will find more meds in containers, and it does have the same chance system where you're either going to find 40% more, 60% more, or 80% more, because none of it is guaranteed. You can still find absolutely nothing in the container, but this gives you a much greater chance to get a ton of stuff. Next, we have Travel Agent. Now, Travel Agent is massive for anyone who fast travels a lot and doesn't care to walk the map and explore. Of course, you'll have to walk and explore at some point, but Travel Agent actually makes it a lot cheaper whenever you do fast travel, so you are saving a lot of caps. You won't be wasting as much money going from point A to point B. The higher level that you do get, it will be much more expensive just to fast travel around the map, so you might want to get this perk early to save them caps as soon as possible. Next is one that isn't really necessary, but it's still one that I always use, and that's AQUABOY. The reason I always pick AQUABOY is because I don't like taking radiation whenever I touch water, and I like swimming and being able to hold my breath underwater. But the main thing is, I hate walking through puddles and just any little small body of water that you have to get into, and it just gives you so much radiation so quickly. It's just a huge bummer, and I just go ahead and get it as soon as I can, so that way I don't have to deal with it, because it can be such an annoyance. It's not an inconvenience, but is a huge annoyance. Next is First Aid. Now, First Aid gives you much more regen for any stim pack that you do use. Like most of these, there are three different tiers of it. The first one, you get 15% more regen. Second one, you get 30% more regen, and on the third one, you get 45% more regen. So for one stim pack, it's like you're almost using 1.5, which is outstanding. Just like with Travel Agent, this is one that I do recommend getting pretty early on, so that way you can go ahead and start saving your stim packs. Because at some point during your playthrough, there will be a time when they're very, very hard to find and hard to get a hold of unless you can just craft them. Next one is very similar as PHARMACIST. It's the same thing essentially, but it's for radaways. So radaways will actually take away a lot more radiation from you. Just like last one, there are three different levels. The first one takes away 30% more radiation. The second one takes away 60% more. And the third one takes away double the amount of radiation. So for one radaway, it's like you're using two. It's not as dire as, you know, something like stim packs, but it's still something really, really nice and handy. I would at least recommend having one level of it, just that way you can save a little bit of your radaways. But this isn't something as necessary as something like First Aid. Next, we have Slow Metabolizer. Now, this one's great because for every food item you eat, you get additional hunger. Of course, like many of the other ones, like I've already said, there's three different levels. The first one being you get a 25% increase, the second one a 50% increase, and the third one you get a 75% increase. This way you won't be looking for food as often. Of course, food is still pretty easy to find, but this way you can go ahead and get your quests and keep doing events. You don't have to worry about eating as often. So it just makes life a whole lot easier for everyone involved, and I cannot recommend it enough. Lastly is another one that I use no matter what build I'm going for or no matter what playthrough or style I want to use, and that is Weapon Artisan. Now, Weapon Artisan, in my honest opinion, is the #1 perk card in this entire game. It gives you the ability to repair your weapon past the normal condition, so there are three tiers just like every other one almost. The first tier, you can repair repair it to 130%. Second tier is 160%. The third tier is 200%. So on the third tier, if you repair it, essentially you're just repairing it twice for just one set of materials. So not only are you saving your scrap, but you're also saving yourself time, effort, and the worriness of your gun breaking whenever you're in battle. There's also a perk similar to this that is for armor and power armor. I do also recommend those pretty heavily, because what I've noticed a lot in this game is people running out of the materials they need to either craft something or make something for their base, and that's because they're always either repairing their armor or their guns, or they have no cats because they're always buying armor or guns to replace it with because they don't fix them. But yeah guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. Let me know if there's any that I missed personally. Maybe there's some that you think are way better. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.